depositories to accept Form 15G, automated rule-driven process without any need for tax officer to examine and accept the.
Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has tabled the budget proposal for the financial year 2026 to 2027. From industry, traders to MSME sectors, all are eager to hear the expectations to be fulfilled. Chamber of Commerces are filled with their members to listen the budget live. Same pictures seen in the MCCI Kolkata. Many of the members think that the budget is pragmatic, but they have mixed of opinions for the variety or various of sectors.
Two returns will continue to file till 31st July and non-audit business cases or trusts.
Budget is very pragmatic, very forward-looking. It is going towards a developed economy and towards Viksit Bharat. I think the Finance Minister, under the leadership of our Prime Minister, has covered all sectors, including healthcare, including medical, including sports and industry and infrastructure, rail infrastructure. They have promised us seven railway fast trains, freight corridors, and river transport, waterways. I think it's a big way, big leap if once implemented, that India will go towards developing economy.
The budget is very forward-looking, and the government has really thought on increasing the tourism, hospitality, sports, education. So these are areas where we can see a substantial growth in the economy, as the tourism, hospitality, education, and sports activities. Eastern states are very rich in natural resources, and also they have got beauties also. Or वहाँ पे people are not able to reach out. The infrastructure is still not that good actually, that people can actually go for good tourism. So I think that is a very good area, and the travel within the country will definitely improve the overall growth in the tourism sector. So I feel that the overall budget has been very, very good, and we should look forward for the final prints once we have more details coming. Retail और marketing में वैसे तो गवर्नमेंट ने बहुत सारा छोटा छोटा सपोर्ट सिस्टम में किया है, but overall retail में we have not seen any big thing, But going forward, as the economy will improve, retail will also improve. Thank you.
The following measures will be taken.
See, China is a different economy altogether. Although they are growing very fast, they have grown very fast in the last 15 years' time. Their economy is the export-oriented economy. But as far as India is concerned, Indian economy is based on the domestic economy. We are not export-based economy. But to develop the country and to make it Viksit Bharat by 2047, export has to be developed. Every country which has grown, they have gone into exports because it has side effects. Once you start exporting your product, you know how to compete in the international market. You understand the pricing mechanism. You understand the logistics. You understand the packaging. You understand the technical know-how and all those things. So export is very, very important. Which now government is trying to put very hard emphasis on export from India. You will see exports are increasing continuously in spite of the global shake-up. The tariff imposed by US 50%. Other countries like the European Union, they also put up the safeguard duty. Some endemic duties are also there. In spite of that, our exports are increasing. That means our base is very, very solid. We are really growing with that. Now with this budget, what government has announced about the rail freight corridor, the waterways development and all that, those things will put impetus into the exports, and it will reduce the transaction cost, which exporters are looking into. They will requesting government to get the transaction cost reduced. In our country, we have seen the transaction cost has gone as high as 7% or 8% also. But in developed countries, if you see transaction cost is lower than 3%. So government is trying very hard, and their focus is to reduce that. That will give us a big fillip in exports.
Metal commodities prices go up when there is turbulence in the primary markets, primary stock markets. Now, internationally, there is a turbulence in the primary market. That is why the metal prices are going crazy. Point is, budget of one country is not sufficient or strong enough to control a global crisis. What this budget has done is it has tried to make India competitive. The moment India becomes competitive, the stock markets in India will stabilize. You see, as we were watching the budget, there was almost 800 points fall in the Sensex. So the reason is the budget is trying to control that. The prices of gold should stabilize, but it will not come down to that comfortable level where it was. But definitely, it will not be as turbulent as it is right now. Not only Trump's or USA's measures that they propose to put or have put, it is also towards the EU agreement of trade that has been reached. India has to become competitive. After that 50% tariff on Indian goods, the price of Indian goods becomes quite non-competitive in the international market. To bring that down, there is only one option before the Indian government: to bring down the cost of manufacture of that goods. To bring down the cost of manufacture of the goods, I think this budget has tried desperately to do it.
Because we are coming, we are nearing
The
to
stock
the
market is
elections.
very negative,
Elections are
800
very
points down.
That is because of the future, the tax
Only
on the
futures and options.
Our country, India, is pioneer in Ayurvedic and alternative medicines. This first time I find that the government of India is putting up an authority over the Ayurveda like AIMS, and including the quality of the drugs and the treatment. They prepare a protocol for the entire world, and whole world will follow. I appreciate they have declared that more than 17 medicines for the cancer, and including autoimmune diseases. They have suggested to raise the entire import duties. I can tell you this will going to help immensely.
Honestly, there was nothing much on this to expedite the litigation settlement process. In fact, me personally was expecting some amnesty because there are many cases, particularly in indirect taxes, central excise, service tax, VAT, many cases which are pending. VAT is, of course, a subject matter of state, but in central excise or service tax, many cases are pending at tribunals or various high courts. So, for those, since now we are already into GST regime, and GST also tribunal has just been formed, it has not yet started functioning. So, in that, and thousands of cases in GST have also already piled up. So, government should have come up with some amnesty for service tax and central excise pending cases to expedite their settlement faster. But there is nothing much in this. As so far as finance minister's budget speech is concerned, there was nothing on that. But as far as individual income tax rates are concerned, the slabs are concerned, in that there is no changes proposed by the finance minister in this budget.
This thing there. The whole problem is the world scenario. Now, with each 1 rupee increase in dollar, you know how much of our import bill goes up.
I totally agree what you are saying.